What's up, everybody, and welcome to the fourth week of the Weekly Gamer. We got some good news for you. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. where I'm at, and I haven't went to sleep yet. So, this is for you guys. Just remember that. All right. So this week we got Xbox, we got PlayStation news, we have CryEngine news, we have Far Cry 4 news. And we also have Assassin's Creed news. So yeah, let's start off with Xbox like we do every week. So yeah, Mark Whitten departs. People might say that's a big one, but Mark Whitten wasn't really. I don't think he was really that big. People might argue with me on this, but I don't really think he really had a huge effect on what Xbox did. I think that he was just kind of like a PR guy, and I don't know. Mark Whitten really kind of became irrelevant over the years. But yeah, so he departed. Xbox revealed 25 indie games at GDC just recently. One that I'm not going to go over all 25, but one that really interested me and piqued my attention was Super Time Force. You might really want to look into that one because Super Time Force looked pretty cool. It looks really cool, actually, so you might want to look into that one. So yeah, we got a full DX12. DirectX 12 was confirmed. The full version of DirectX 12 will be available on Xbox One. This was confirmed by Phil Spencer, so that ends any speculation of only part of DX12 being on it. And this is really gonna improve the graphics of the Xbox One, and I'm hoping that it's going to put it over the PS4's graphics capabilities. So yeah, DirectX 12 is going to be fully on Xbox One. It won't start getting utilized until 2015, but yeah, 2015 is going to have so many good games. 2015 will be the best year in gaming. You heard it here first. It's going to be the best year in gaming, period. But yeah, E3 this year is going to be jam-packed with games and little talking. So you know how usually at E3 they always have somebody in a suit come up and talk for like 10 minutes. Oh yeah, this is our vision, this is a really cool game, and this is what we're trying to do, and this and that. Instead, it's just going to be games, because there's so many good games coming out for Xbox One. So they're not going to have much talking, and it's like just going to be jam-packed with games, which is really good to hear because no one really likes watching the dudes in the suits try pitching their shit. We just want to see it. But anyways, this could be BS, so take this with a grain of salt. Resident Evil 7, an X1 exclusive. That would be awesome, but the chances of this happening are very slim. It was off some German website, and they said that this would happen because of the sales of Dead Rising 3 were so successful that Capcom is thinks that Resident Evil 7 could be like a really good exclusive for Xbox One, which I agree, but the chances of this happening are very slim, but you know, it could happen. Alright, so let's go on to PlayStation news. There's some big news for PlayStation this week. They revealed their Project Morpheus. Maybe it wasn't Project Morpheus, maybe it's just called Morpheus at GDC. It's a virtual reality headset just like the Oculus Rift. Show a picture right here. But yeah, pretty much you wear it on your head. You could turn your head like this and it will match where your head's going and stuff like this. A lot of people are like, whoa, yeah, VR, it's finally here. This is the next step. It's going to revolutionize gaming. And while I do think it's a cool piece of technology and I do think it's really cool, I definitely don't think it's going to be the next step of changing games. I honestly do not think that this VR technology is even going to revolutionize gaming. I don't think it's going to change gaming. I think it will change the way we can play games, but I don't think it's going to actually change the games themselves. That's unfortunate, but I don't see the ceiling of this technology, and it's not because it's PlayStation. Microsoft is going to have one too. They've already talked about how they've been making one for years. I just do not see the ceiling of this technology. I think it's cool, but I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to end up like the Kinect 1. It's going to sell a lot, but it's not going to be utilized, and that's kind of unfortunate. The PlayStation 4 got $50 more expensive in Canada. If you live in Canada, okay, this is really cool news. Okay, so less negative connotation to stuff. They will be releasing preloading. PlayStation 4 will be releasing preloading in April. That means you'll be able to download your games before they come out. They wanted to do it with Second Son, but they couldn't. So starting in April, you'll be able to buy your game and download it before it comes out, and then be able to play it as soon as it comes out at midnight your time, which is really cool. Lots of people have been asking for that on both sides, and it's pretty cool that PlayStation's getting it really quickly. The infamous lead designer leaves Sucker Punch. That's kind of crazy because the game just got dropped, and there's tons of developers leaving Sony Studios, and that's leading people to be like, what's going on? Like is there something going on with Sony? Do they see something wrong? A rational person would say, he just finished his project. He wants to move on to something big, better. Just wants to. He finished his project, and now he's ready to move on. And I think that's probably what it was. And I don't think there's probably anything going on behind the scenes that people working for Sony are worried about. I think it's just coincidences, and it happens to make it look bad. So I don't think that's that big of a deal. But the infamous lead designer did depart. So yeah, let's go to CryEngine. This is going to be about both engines, CryEngine and Unreal Engine 4, but CryEngine revealed itself as a service program that users can pay $9.99 a month to use per user. That means that each company can now use CryEngine on their games. All they have to do is pay a monthly subscription, and that's pretty awesome. Same goes with Unreal Engine 4, but the Unreal Engine 4 has almost always had like a thing like, or Unreal Engine in general has always kind of had a thing like that. But now CryEngine's doing it, and it's pretty cool news because if you've played Rise, which I have, where's that? I can grab it. It is the best looking game on next gen, I think. In my opinion, that's my opinion. It is the best looking console game ever made to date. Now, of course, that's definitely gonna change, like by the end of the year. But as of right now, it is the best looking game, and it's running on CryEngine. So the CryEngine versus Unreal thing, we're gonna keep getting really, really good graphics because CryEngine and Unreal, I have a feeling, are gonna be competing with each other, which is a really good thing. So yeah, Far Cry 4. People really loved Far Cry 3. I played a little bit of it, and I thought it was cool, but I found it a little bit too generic. Little too I don't know. I really preferred Far Cry 2. I loved Far Cry 2. I liked its unique setting. I thought it was like a really cool game, and I liked the open world aspects of it. I'm not saying Far Cry 3 wasn't a good game, but Far Cry 4 was confirmed. It's going to be set in the Himalayas, and a really weird fact that they said along with that it's going to be set in the Himalayas is that you're going to be able to ride elephants, which is awesome as fuck. So yeah, Far Cry 4 is going to be set in the Himalayas, and you're going to be able to ride elephants, and they're hoping for a January 2015 release date, or maybe not January, maybe it's just like the first quarter of January, or not first quarter of 2015 release date for Far Cry 4. So yeah, Far Cry 4 has been announced, I guess. So yeah, here's the final news of the day. Assassin's Creed is coming out with 2 new games next year, and the one for next gen consoles, which is going to be the most important one, is going to be called Assassin's Creed Unity. Now that's a badass name, but unfortunately I'm not a giant fan of this setting. It's going to be set in 18th century France. They released a little teaser trailer, so you guys can check it out right here. But yeah, anyways, that's it. So if you enjoyed this news, if you learned something from it, share it with your friends who game. Share it with your mom. I don't even care. Share it with everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, leave some feedback, man. I love the feedback. It all means a lot. I'm definitely liking the direction this is going. I'm getting better at it every week. And yeah, anyways, that's it for this week's news. Peace out.